the Silent Isle, a mysterious island off the coast of Bordello. Centuries ago it was a high elf outpost, but they abandoned it. But old elven waystones and their ancient buildings still litter the land. Bretonnians once lived there too, until they all inexplicably vanished. It gets its name because it is almost impossible to make a sound whilst on the island. Until now. The nefarious machinations of the Tomb King's mortuary priests have drawn them to this enigmatic land. The winds of magic flowing strongly amongst the ancient waystones, and the indelible mark of the deathly magic that claimed the Bretonnian settlers is palpable in the air. But the undead are unperturbed and set about their dark rites immediately. Powers unleashed from their casket of souls, crumbling one of the waystones. The resulting energies allowing the Khemri sorcerers to sculpt nightmarish constructs like the Necrophinx and the terrifying Ushabti. The necromantic powers even awakening sound on the island. But the Lich Priests are not the only ones attuned to the flows of power. Elise Duchard, the prophetess of Rione, has felt the threat to her people. She will not sit idly by whilst the enemies of Bretonia gain strength. With little time to stop such dark design, she musters an errantry crusade from the nearby Bordello. With the Duke and his retinue of Pegasus Knights occupied elsewhere, he is left to a baron and a handful of his household knights, most of which have yet to earn their full colours as Knights of the Realm. But the Lady of the Lake works in uncanny ways. They are joined by a small contingent of Grail Knights, following a vision of a knight clad all in green to the island. Can the bold Bretonnians stop the dark rituals of Lich Priests, or they become more souls for the Khemrians to feast on and extend their unnaturally long life?
Hello old world fanatics, welcome to another battle report. Today we're doing a little bit differently, we're doing a more narrative style game, so going to be a little bit different, going to try and do a bit more fluffy bits when the game goes, so let us know if you like it. If you don't like it, don't make any comments please, I'll be sad. But I'll go through the list. With both armies are deployed, I'm going to pray. I do have the Green Knight in this army list. Don't hate me, but I never used him before. It is an errantry crusade. These are knights errant. They have the full command. They don't have anything else. This is a unit of Grail Knights. The leader has the move through terrain item, the Antlers of the Hunt. They have the Frenzy banner. This is the BSB. He has the Errantry banner, which is the +1 strength on the charge, and also the, I can't remember what the item's called, which is +1 strength to the mounts as well on the charge. Elise Duchard, I can't go out without her. Trebuchet, facing the correct direction. These are Knights of the Realm. They have the You Can't Stand and Shoot Them banner. That is a Baron with, I think, just the Ogre Blade. That's all I can really afford to put on him. This is a big blob of Knights Errant. They have the banner of Honourable Warfare, so they get to reroll hits against anything in combat that has a ranged weapon. 2 units of Squires, ignore the command unit, they're not actually in there, they've just got Scout and Fire and Flee. So, we'll switch over and we'll do Guy's army.
Alright, so we have the Necrosphinx, just normal loadout, doesn't have the poison tail, it just looks much cooler, so we always model with that.
Fair enough.
We have a core unit of Ushabti because I'm running Cult with 6 bows. Have a 30 block of archers with the priest in there, and he has the, I can't remember what it's called, it gives them the poison on their bows.
Look what you've done, Colin.
He's also necromancy. We also have the high priest, who's also necromancy, but he has the Cloak of the Dunes and the Wand of Jet, which will naturally destroy itself on turn 1.
I think it's magic to turn 2 at any of your games.
We have a Tomb Prince, just bear. I believe he just has a great weapon, and that's really about it. The banner does have the reserve move and
Vanguard.
And Vanguard move, yep. But then there's just normal skeletal warriors. 2 scorpions, because we do love scorpions. 2 catapults going on, and these are my proxy caskets as I left them at home, so please don't hate me for that.
Alright, well, I can't remember what the spells were. Oh, I have the Lady's Gift, Subtle Elemental Spirit, and Wind Blast. We'll get back to whatever Guy has. The Scorpions vanguarded up and charged the brave Squires. On the way in, they standard shot and got 2 arrows through the eye, so he was running on a wound. I managed to wound it in combat, but he passed his armor save, and they bravely hold, even though he's facing the wrong way. These Squires, not so brave. not quite the brave Sir Robin. They lost in combat, he restrained, and he's turned to face elsewhere. I'm hoping I can rally and turn around and be helpful. Over here, he shot lots of arrows and skulls and screaming scatapults and that kind of stuff. Like he killed a number of knights out of the Errants, a number of knights out of the Knights of the Realm. One of those Errants, he's got out. What's that vortex called again?
The spiritual vortex is the template that is negative 2 leadership. Negative 1, sorry.
And he shuffled away like a coward. So it's on to Bretonnian's turn 1. And let's go. Sadly, the Green Knight still slumbers. He's not emerged to do battle with the foe. There's been a bit of jockeying for position. I'm sort of sitting at the absolute outskirts of charge range, trying to tempt the creature forward. The squires over the distance were unable to repeat the heroics. They have fall back in good order. The Scorpion has restrained, preparing for another charge. The other squires did rally, but they didn't find the mark on the arrows. The trebuchet had a bit of a loud twang, and it misfired. Luckily, nothing else happened besides that. There is an elemental spirit floating around at the start of the game, and it's over to Guy's turn 2. At the end of the Tomb King's last turn, the Merry Men have finally been crushed by the Scorpion. He's restrained to face the next one. This other Scorpion goes and seeks out other targets to murderize. There was a few chip deaths from the arrows on the Knights. The Screaming Skull catapults flew off into the distance, not finding any accuracy this turn. And the spells from the caskets of souls.
A little bit of damage.
I think they killed one Knight.
Yeah.
There was a very dramatic combat over here. They managed to not do any harm to the big beastie, but they naturally passed the leadership check, thank heck.
And managed to kill 2 of them, which I'm happy about.
Yes, but now it is on to the Bretonnians' next turn. Does the Green Knight awaken?
He does.
He does. Excellent.
Makes me sad.
Out of the mist, the Green Knight emerges and charges into the back line of the undead. Yay! The rest of the knights have valiantly charged. They made their charge. They've got a no standard shoot banner, thank heavens. This was a trickier charge, but I managed to get it off with their reroll 1s for Fighters for Horses. So they smacked into there. Not much other magic shit happened. I managed to dispel that thing in the middle. So we'll keep going. The Grey Knights cleaned up the Necro Sphinx. The Knights of the Realm charged in, killed a bunch of them, but they're probably about to get back up again.
I killed 3 here, and then I also did 3 back.
Yes, so this was I got first charge for them, so they did win. They pushed them back a little bit. The Trebuchet did drop a rock right on his head. He's only got a wound left. They didn't do any wounds to him, so they're about to die. Surprise, surprise, the Green Knight killed the Trebuchet thing, and now he's fighting the Casket of Souls.
I can do nothing about him.
Yeah, I think he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Go, Green Knight! The Knights Errants that were fighting here were recharged by the Scorpion. They fled. They were chased down by the Scorpion. The mighty Merry Men, fighting to the last, managed to chip off that very final wound on the
high rolls and 6s.
with high rolls and 6s. Over here, I chopped down a bunch of skeletons. They've got bumped back 2 inches. It's my turn, so I'm going to try and charge them. The lady protects. So I saved my lady saves from the bowmen.
Yeah, they hit and wounded, but you saved all of them.
Yeah. Oh, we've still got to do that combat. Do we want to bother?
Green.
I'm dead. Okay, we'll come back. Did not go well for Bretonnians that turn. Couldn't get any spells off against this. The Trebuchet missed it by a mile. My Squires missed it as well. They failed a re-rollable leadership check to charge the Scorpions. Skeletons, sorry. They failed a re-rollable leadership test to charge the Ushabti. They just turned around. The Green Knight out the back killed the first casket. It blows up. It doesn't say whether it's a magical ability. We rolled it that it is a magical attack, so he lost a wound. His overrun did not get him into combat with the next Casket of Souls. So it is the Tomb King's time to rise again. I'm in trouble. I don't know how blunting a charge works. Blunting a lance works. They were in my front arc. It's roughly where they were. I think I rank up like this. If anyone in the chat wants to let me know. It was either it was going to be 1, maybe 2. I'm not sure.
Because I only touched one horse, but like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Let us know. Otherwise, this is only for shits and giggles anyway. So, bye. It's all gone a bit pear-shaped for the Bretonnians. The failed charges last turn have made a significant turnaround. So, guys, Tomb Kings absolutely cleaned up the Knights of the Realm. They left him on, that's the Baron, on a wound. He naturally fled. He ran a long way. She fled the charge from the Scorpion. So they're both fleeing at the moment. Lots of shooting death. And he managed to bring down the Green Knight.
With the casket.
Oh,
Neg 3 leadership saves the day.
Alright. Does the Green Knight reappear? No. Alright, that might be GG at this point. Because I just don't have enough stuff that can cause harm, but we'll see what happens. Despite the valiant efforts of the Bretonnian Knights, they are heavily outnumbered and being beaten back to a bloody pulp by all the Tomb Kings. So I've decided to concede. They're going to probably just go out swinging and die. So it's bottom of turn 4, I think. And I've got them left. But Guy has that blob, the caster, he's dead. That is a Casket of Souls. They're still alive. He can get a charge off on either of these things. I think he could actually see for release.
He could go on to your catapult if I wanted to.
He could also go to the catapult, which would also be fine. But yes, I'm just too outnumbered. That turn of failing all of my charges from fear checks, despite the re-rolls from veteran, was terrible. And that's basically...
I also had like 2 turns of awful ass shooting. Like, if they'd gone average, I think I would have had a better game, but the fact that you failed those charges got me the game.
Yeah. But that was pretty huge. Alright, well thank you for the game, Guy. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you guys in the next one.